It's a mixed, it's bittersweet, and I would like to call Chief Larry Roberts to the podium. And is there anyone else you wish to accompany you at this time? So, for those of you who don't know, I know everyone in this room does, but maybe everyone in the public doesn't know. Chief Roberts has put in his papers so that he will be retiring on December 31st of this year. And that is quite bittersweet to me because certainly he deserves a retirement, but we have done so well under him that it is with great regret that we accept his retirement. We have a plaque here for him, which I saw for the first time about 30 seconds ago. In recognition and sincere appreciation of your dedicated service to the Township of Franklin, presented to the Police Chief Larry Roberts, December 10th, 1987 to December 31st, 2017. Congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for your 30 years of service by the council, by the Township Council, managers, staff, and residents of the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, New Jersey. Why don't you go ahead and go first? Here's the plaque. As you can see, I am not well prepared to do this. Let's stand out over here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. As most of you know, I'm usually not lost for words, but I am. This is something that I think when you give 30 years of your life to something, it really impacts you. And I came here as a young kid, and I'm leaving actually with no hair and as an old man. But it's been great. It's been a lifelong dream of mine. I've gotten to serve the residents of this great town over 30 years. I've met a lot of wonderful people, and it's just, you know, it's been a joy. And I want to start with, first of all, the men and women of the police department. I don't know how I could say thank you. Having the honor of leading you over the last 7.5 years has been a dream of mine, and it's been a great run. You're all, each and every one of you, male, female, professional. You have the utmost integrity. You go out there every day. You do what we ask you to do, and you serve the citizens with nothing but professionalism. Every chief, you know, you have your ups and you have your downs, and you know, one of the things I like to do is I am one of the people that watch these meetings because you like to. I don't know what the I don't know what the ratings are, but I do watch these meetings, and no, and there's a reason I watch them, and that's, as the chief, you want to see what your residents think. And I guess the best thank you we could get is, in all the times I was chief, no one ever came up to the mic and complained about the police department. They came up and people would have praise for us every, you know, now and then they would come up and say what the police helped them out. And that means something, because that means we're doing our job. And that means we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're serving the people with honor and integrity. And I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't have picked a better crew of men and women to serve with and to work with. You were all phenomenal. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. When I walk out of there on the 31st, it is going to be bittersweet because all you do a phenomenal job. And it's not only the sworn officers that we have, it's the civilian staff too, the dispatchers, the civilians that go in there each and every day and get the job done. And I want to thank them for all their service. And of course, there's one person I want to especially thank, and she's here, and that's my confidential aide, Judy, because she's the one that had to put up with me every day. Now, I want to think I'm the best guy to deal with, but I'm sure she'll tell you different. She, without the joking, Judy ran the office for me, and the one thing that I want to thank you for, Judy, is the way you dealt with the citizens of this town. Because I know a lot of times I'd be standing out there, in my office or sitting in my office, and I'd hear a call come through from dispatch, and it would be somebody, and when they usually call the police, it's not to ask me how I'm doing, there's usually a complaint. And a lot of the times, people just want to be heard. And this woman would hear what they have to say. Sometimes 40 minutes later, I'd walk out there and go, are you talking to the president? Like, what's going on here? But she would just give them the time. So Judy, thank you for all your dedication to the citizens of this town and to my office. It doesn't go unnoticed. To the PBA, I know we have a bunch. Pat's here tonight, Pat Colligan, Jimmy Holzheimer, Mark Rossman, Kenny Daly, and all the PBA past presidents I dealt with. Thank you guys for everything. First of all, I'll start with Pat. Pat, I know you're here somewhere because I saw you. I'm proud of you, buddy. I think to have an officer or a detective in our department and a delegate that's elected the state PBA president means something. And it means something for the department, it means something for the town, and it's something for the residents to be proud of. You're doing a good job. Keep it up, and we are very, very proud of you that you made it to the top coming out of Franklin. We really are. Thank you for all your dedication. Jimmy, Mark, and Kenny, as Mark likes to say, we didn't always get along. There were some, Judy witnessed them, there were some screaming matches because, management's got to be management, the union's got to be union, and we have to, as my man Pastor Soares likes to say, we have to fall somewhere in the middle. But we were always able, like gentlemen, like complete gentlemen, to work things out. There was always the mutual respect, and I thank you guys for that. You were awesome, and I want to thank Thursday night. They gave me a beautiful plaque, and they gave me a standing ovation, and we must have got along somewhere, because to do that for a chief, it was humbling, and I thank each and every one of you for what you guys did, and it was a pleasure. It really was working with you guys to get the stuff of the union done. Thank you. There's a saying in life, you never know who's going to be your boss. Bob, thank you for everything, buddy. It's been a good run. When I was cleaning out my office today, I saw the article of me and you in Parkside back in 1991, working with them when they were on the street corner, and it was humbling looking at that picture. I'm actually, Bob, I'm proud of you too. You were given an opportunity, you took the bull by the horns, you're doing a great job for the citizens of the town and for your governing body, and for me as a friend of yours, it's honoring to see that. And keep it up, and I appreciate everything, buddy. You're a cop at heart, you really were. My governing body, thank you for everything, and I mean that. It's been a great ride, it's been an honor, and I couldn't have asked for a better relationship. I had the honor of serving on the state chief's executive board for 4 years, and it gave me the opportunity to travel all over the state and see different councils and different governments and different cities and towns. And I got to say, we are squared away here. That's the best word I could use, squared away. Because the fighting that goes on and the arguments, and I think at the end of the day, the only ones that lose are the citizens. And we have a great relationship. I know there are times, I'm sure some of you roll your eyebrows and want to question me, why am I asking for this and why am I asking for that? But you know what, at the end, all of you always say yes. And I would go back to the men and women of the department and tell them that we're blessed to have a governing body that supports us. Some of you I've had the honor of working with for a very long time. I want to say to Councilwoman Francois, it's been over 25 years, and it's been a privilege. And I know personally what you do for the kids behind the scenes, and some of the times you would ask the officers to help out, and they were always willing to do it, and it means a lot that there's people in the community that are willing to help out. So I want to personally thank you, because I know it's been 25 years. To all the rest of you, Ms. Sherman, I know it's your last go-round. Good luck to you. You've been a pleasure to deal with, and I appreciate everything. Councilman Anajako, I know you're starting out. You should be proud of yourself, though, being from Sierra Leone, coming here and doing your thing and getting elected to council. I know you make the people proud. Keep it up. Councilman Vassanelli, you've been around in a while. Same thing to you. You're always very, very supportive of the police department, and I appreciate it. I'm even going to thank Mr. Renaud, because we actually got along great. So, you know, Mr. I wish I could have made you more money, so I wouldn't have that many problems, but, you know. I mean, it's been a pleasure, Luke. You've been great. You're always there for us. I know you would have to deal with Greg all the time, answering the questions, and we appreciate your professionalism. Councilman Wright, same to you. Always interesting when I get a phone call from you, because it's always interesting.
Thanks, Ron.
I appreciate it. Councilman Chase, same thing. Thank you for everything. It's been a great run. Councilwoman Robertson, I knew you long before you were on council. I even made a joke. I said to her, "You're going to be on council one day." Did I not? At First Baptist Church. But I want to wish you the best of luck. You've always been there for people in the community, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Keep it up. Councilman Prasad, same thing. It's been a long run. We've been with each other a long time. Thank you for everything. So from the bottom of my heart, you made my job easy. I really always say yes. And then I'll thank the mayor. I really secretly think the mayor wants to be a police officer. So I want to thank him for everything. He's a good man. I know he tries hard, and I know now that I'll be a citizen that this town is in good hands. So I really want to thank all of you for making my job easy. And I know that whoever my successor is, that you all will do your best to work with that individual hand in hand, and I know that the business of the town will go on. So thank you very much. Now, last but not least, the citizens of this town. You're the most important ones. I think the reason why we're here, to serve and to protect you every day, to make sure that Franklin is the safest town it could be, to make sure that the kids know that they always have a helping hand, and to just basically be there as a soundbox for people in need. You know, most people, I always said, don't dial 911 to wish you a happy birthday. They dial 911 because there's a problem. And I couldn't have asked for better citizens to work with than in this township. And it started years ago. I remember Bob Warlocker was there. We got assigned on the MPT to go to Parkside. And it's when they were doing the vigil, and they had the fire at the end of Parkside and Morgan. And I said to Bob, I remember being out there one day, and Bob was our sergeant. I go, why are they out there? What's the meeting? And I was young. I didn't know then. And Bob looked at me, and we talked, and then Bob says, well, we're going to find out tomorrow because we have a meeting with Pastor Soares. And that was my first introduction to a long friendship with a man I respect a lot. And we went to the meeting with Pastor Soares, and he said, some people just want a better life. And you guys and girls that go out there and serve the public are a big part of it. It's not just about enforcing laws, whether it's traffic or criminal laws. It's about giving a helping hand and making the community better. And that's what I think this job is really all about for me. Giving a helping hand and making the community better. And as I moved up, a lot of the people that were out there, Mr. Wade, are no longer with us. I wish they could see how far this town's really come. Because I know that 30-plus years I've been here, it's made strides. And the police department's made strides. And the relationship that's been formed between these men and women and the citizens of this town is phenomenal. Every chief would love to have a relationship like we have with our citizens. So to all the citizens of this town that made my job easy, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a great run and an honor to serve as your chief of police. Thank you.